If the models and projections and data are correct, there will be no society in the UK in 2025.
What's it take to get a drink in this place?
After decades of there being no progress in that direction, are living in what I call the world of should. Yeah. You know, there's all kinds of things that should happen in a perfect world, but that's not our world.
Well, of course, we have the other failure.
According to the author of a paper in Nature, July 2013, this is Natalia Shikova, who's been doing field work along with her research partner Igor Sameletov in the Arctic Ocean for about the last decade, and she concludes that a 50 gigaton burp of methane is, quote, highly possible. One self-reinforcing feedback loop that based on the referee journal literature was triggered in 2009. There are others. If we had wisdom, I think we wouldn't have been doing things the way we've been doing them for the last several thousand years.
My name is Roger Lambert, and I did write to you, Guy, a couple of years ago, and you did reply to me, so thank you very much for that. I've got a science background, and I've come to the same conclusions that you have, almost identical timescales. Can I just say how noble it is, I think, for a professor to actually stand up and say what these repercussions really are going to mean? Because it seems to me that most climate scientists know the facts, like you do, but won't admit what the actual outcome will be.
Superstorm Sandy, shown here, followed Katrina and preceded Haiyan, and it's not the last superstorm we'll see. They're coming faster and faster now. These storms have the power to demolish cities and bring about permanent darkness. Within the interior of large continents, we see scenes such as this one, dust bowls that have the potential to last throughout the rest of the human experience on the planet. Water shortages are increasingly prevalent throughout the entire world. People standing in line, waiting for their little bit of potable water. Maybe it's all they'll get for all week long. Water shortages aren't the only symptom of abrupt climate change either. There's food shortages as well. There's people standing in lines for extended periods of time. There's security forces around the food that is available. The stifling heat is already responsible for thousands of deaths in the midst of abrupt climate change. Already 5 million people die each year as a result of climate change, and abrupt climate change is barely underway. The fires have grown in magnitude, size, and number to the point that they have become uncontrollable.